Gentlemen, so great to see you today, and I just wanted to hopefully get an update from you on things that are happening down there on the ground, some of the things that you're working on, for the path forward for freedom and self-determination. And then finally, some things that we can be doing, people from around the world. Many Karen people call me and tell me that they believe in you and they see that you're pretty much the only one standing right now for freedom and self-determination, and they want to stand with you. So can you give us updates, share us how we can help, and what the path forward is?
Meet you. Nice to see you again. Good to talk to you again. Yeah, for freedom and self-determination, we can never give up. We have to keep moving forward because this is what the main objective of our struggle. The main objective of our struggle is freedom for Korean people, freedom for our country, and also democracy, the choice that the people will make. It's a democracy also essential. Freedom, self-determination, democracy, and self-governing system for the Korean people. This is what we have been struggling for. This is what we have been striving for. And we shouldn't forget about, we have many fallen heroes, and we have to try to achieve what they have not achieved, and we have to follow. We have to fulfill their dream, and the struggle has been going on for so many years without having or gaining freedom. Then we still have to move on. That's why we cannot just we have to work harder than before, and unity is important to our victory. But we need to have unity, we need to have bravery, and also we need to have clear political objective that what we want to achieve. What the people want to achieve is total independence, country, freedom. As a nation, we want to live peacefully. We want to have recognition, and no question about it. If you ask the Korean soldiers what you're fighting for, they're all going to say we're fighting for our freedom and the Korean country and for defending the Korean people. That's the bottom line.
And when some people are confused on federalism, can you help people understand what does federalism mean, and why is that contrary to Sawauchi's 4 principles?
Federalism means, for example, you're living in a house with so many rooms. You don't really own the house. The house doesn't belong to you. But with the total independence, you have a house and you own the house. This is the difference between having a federal union, federal democracy, and total independence. If you want to live in a house, you want to own a house, you want to have total freedom in your house, then you have to choose independence. But if you want to share your house with other people, and you don't have total rights, maybe you have your own room in a big house. This is the examples of federal democracy. Like, for example, in the States in America, it's federalism, federal country like America. You have your state, you have many states, but you will have a central government, and the central government, they have total power over all the other states, and you cannot call your state a country. There is only one country in a federalism. There is only one army in federalism. So you have to understand about this stuff. And another thing is, when you are a nation, you have you have your own history. You're complete to have a country. Why do you need a federalism? Look at the Israeli people. They have the country. They have the people. They have a country. They have a nation. As a nation, you are unique. You already have complete as a nation. You have your flag, you have national anthem, you have your people, you have your land, you have your territory, you have your history. Why do you need your country is called Kotule, and why do you need federalism? You want to share your country with other people? You want other people to dominate you? That's not the independence. Our people want independence, and we want freedom. Of course, we have been, all the time, for so many years, 17 years, we have been fighting and working together with other ethnic groups, and we're trying so hard to achieve federal democracy. But the Burmese never want to have federal democracy. They want total control of everything, and they will never give a chance to federal democracy. If they wanted to give a chance to federal democracy, they would have given the power to Aung San Suu Kyi long time ago. And this is a very good example to learn from the history. They will never want to share. The federal democracy is also a part of sharing power with that, but they want complete power. They want the military regime. They want complete power. They want, to control everything. So do you want something like that? Because the Burmese government right now is not elected by the people. They are criminals. They're killing innocent people, killing ethnic people, genociding. They do genocide against Muslim people. This is, they're carrying out what we call the ethnic cleansing. Do you want? You cannot really, put your trust in these kind of people to give you a federal democracy. There's no way. They want their military dictatorship, mafia military dictatorship. Only a handful of people trying to control the country. You got to learn from the history. If you don't learn from the history, you will suffer, and you will make the same mistakes again and again. And people will, the first mistake you made is because you don't know. But second, third and fourth mistake, it means you don't use your brain. You're foolish. You don't learn from the history. That's why I want to encourage my people. I want to encourage my Korean people all over the world. We have to think about, a nation. We have to think about our people. We have to think about our fallen heroes, what they really wanted, what they want, what our people want, and what in the past. Looking back, our leaders, Sabauji, four principles, compare to the current situation that we have right now, and think about what these great leaders want to achieve, what they wanted to achieve. They had a dream for a Korean nation, to be free, to have a nation, to be recognized, not to share our land with other people, not to share our land with, the oppressor. In order to gain freedom, I have been telling people all the time, freedom is not free. We have to stand up and fight. They will not give it to you. Otherwise, if they wanted to give it to you, they would have given you a long time ago. They will never want to share. They always want to control. They always want to Burmanize you. So you have to think about, looking at some other, free countries that have been free, like America. They fought for it. Israeli, they fought for it. Freedom is costly. If you don't fight for it, nobody will give it to you. You cannot just go and talk. You need to build up your military strength. You need to have some bargaining power, political bargaining power. But you have to fight for it. Freedom is not free. Whether you fight on the table, whether you fight in the battlefield, doesn't matter. It's about fighting. It's about hard knock. Keep knocking hard and keep fighting for your freedom. This is what I want to tell my people. Keep fighting for your freedom until the objective of the political objective of our people have been realized. Otherwise, we're no different than a slave. Yeah, we have to keep fighting for freedom. Freedom is not free, and nobody will give it to you freely. And Americans fought for it. Everybody, that I've known, they fought for their freedom. So freedom is costly, but without freedom, we are just a slave. And we think about our younger generation too. So when we think about our young generation, that's why we're fighting. Doesn't matter what kind of hardship we're going to go through, but we have to see to it. We have to cope with all the problems that we can face. But as long as our younger generation, they can live in peace, they can be free, they can be happy, they can be prosper, then we're satisfied.